Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Morning Hour Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Zach.
And you know me, I'm Dan.
Yep, he's the other one. So,
the
before
other
we get
one.
into this episode, as always, go ahead, do us a favour, hit that like button if you find yourself enjoying this one. It really does help us out, we do appreciate it, and it does help to promote the podcast. And promoting the podcast is what, Dan?
Sharing the more on love. We all know that.
Exactly. So, as always, we are going to jump straight in with the moronic or not section, which, if you are new here, this section is where we get 5 random words or short phrases from you lovely viewers and collectively decide whether that word or thing is moronic or not. It's the concept, it's the thing itself, or it can be from one of our personal experiences, and it don't matter, it's a bit of bloody fun. So, it doesn't matter if you guys have a different opinion. Anyway,
Well, let's go.
send your suggestions in, because we can. We're not running low, but we'd always like more. But anyway, the first one on the moronic or not section for this episode is morning walks.
Okay, that's an interesting one.
Going on a
Morning
walk. Going on the walk in the early hours of the day.
Oof. Well, I know some people that take their dogs for a walk in the morning because
Okay.
like
That
it
makes sense,
usually is. It's like, especially in the summer, like boiling hot
Yeah, that's
in
true,
like the middle of
actually.
the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of morning walks, morning walks. I
Okay.
did actually see something. So
Oh, God.
this Japanese woman, Takeshima Mika, she's a 90-year-old woman in Japan,
Okay.
and every morning,
Yep.
her morning walk consists of a 2.5 mile walk, followed by a 1.8 mile jog, and a 0.6 mile backward walk.
Sorry, how old is this woman?
90.
Fair fucking play. Everyone give her a round of applause. Dan
She
definitely
looks about
butchered the name, but
60.
give her a round of applause to that woman.
So yeah, she probably does that at like 4 in the morning.
See, that's what I was going to ask. How early is too early for a morning walk?
Well, there's some people that start work early because, like, maybe the
Yep.
commute to work takes like an hour or two,
Very true.
and like probably the best time to get exercise in is the morning,
Yep.
especially if you have like kids or something like that. Because then
Indeed.
when you get home, you got to cook, and then
I mean, a lot
you
of
know what I mean.
people, go to the gym early morning. So
It
like
does.
they
It does
wake
make
up at
sense.
like 4:30, 5, go to the gym, come back,
Mm.
shower, get ready for work, and then go.
It does make sense because it's like, I mean, that morning period is like basically free time, isn't it? Because you're
Yeah.
essentially busy for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, that does make sense. Personally, I don't really
See,
do that.
the question is, what class is a morning walk? Because technically, I walk to and from the office in the mornings. Does that class as a morning walk? I don't think
For
it
me,
does. I think a morning walk is a walk through like the park or something.
it is, yeah, something like that. A bit of exercise,
Yeah.
small jog.
Before
Just
your
a
day
basic
actually
walk.
begins.
Yeah, before work or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good bit of exercise.
I'm pretty sure there are some health benefits, are there not?
Yeah, lots. Yeah.
Let's find out. So apparently it improves your metabolism. You get a better immune system function. Apparently there's stress reduction. Increases blood circulation, assistance in weight management. So if you're fat, go on a morning walk and you'll lose some weight.
I mean, it's good for your cardiovascular health.
Yeah, that is very true.
So that's probably going to prolong your life expectancy.
Yeah. And apparently,
Beyond a
Dan,
few years.
according to I don't know what website, apparently there is a lower risk of getting heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and other or certain types of cancer. So
Yes,
you know what, people?
it's
Maybe go
really
on a morning walk.
beneficial.
Maybe it will save your life. You never know.
It is very beneficial when you consider like most people drop dead due to like cardiovascular health,
Yeah.
heart disease.
Yeah. So
So
you know what? I'm gonna say not moronic for this one.
I think we've got enough evidence to suggest it's not moronic.
Indeed. However, if you go for a morning run, it's a great way to make sure your day isn't as bad as the way it started. So
Yeah.
anyway, the next one is glasses cases. So the things you put your glasses
wow.
in to stop them from breaking when you do certain activities.
I guess it does exactly that, because
Yeah.
where else are you gonna put them? I guess
Yeah. You need them to see. Your glasses anyway, not the case.
I need them to bloody drive.
Yeah, most people do. Some people
Yeah.
need them to read, drive, walk, function as a daily basis.
Well, I mean, if you didn't have them, then especially if you're visually impaired,
Yeah.
you know, what I mean, then there's a lot of activities you can't sort of undertake, and
Yeah.
so
Which actually, this is completely random and a complete tangent here, but that's reminded me. I am actually in a book.
right,
The person on this podcast, me,
yeah.
is actually mentioned in a book.
What book?
Because I donated a bunch of toys to a blind or a visually impaired charity.
Oh, right.
And a woman wrote a book about it, and I'm mentioned in it. I don't know the name of the book, but yeah, that's a thing. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, back to it. I actually recently got a pair of sunglasses, and I now have a proper glasses cases for it, not just the
Ah,
crappy one
yes,
that came
yeah.
with, just came with the glasses. And they're pretty bloody good because obviously they keep your glasses from breaking, which is kind of the point, I guess.
Mm. Yeah, I don't normally wear sunglasses, but they are good for like holidays. You know, if
Yeah,
you're
exactly. That's
on a
the only
beach
reason I
holiday,
use them.
if you're on a beach holiday, you know, sunbathing, you
Yeah,
don't really want the sun
no,
projecting
it
in
can
your
damage
eyes.
your retinas
Yeah,
if you don't wear them. They can damage your retinas, and then you go blind earlier or something or other.
and it's
I don't know.
yeah, pretty bad from there.
I don't know. I'm not an ophthalmologist. If anyone doesn't know, that means optician, basically.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm gonna go for not moronic again.
I think it's a pretty obvious one. I'll just go not moronic.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
Okay, this one's an interesting one. Customizing a gift after its purchase.
Customizing a gift after purchase.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I guess if you
weird one.
buy, I don't know, your partner, I don't know, I don't know. If you buy your partner something and then you engrave "I love you" on it, or maybe if you
Oh
just give
man.
your mate and maybe you give your mate a phallic shaped object used for sensual activities, and you write on it, "Go fuck yourself." I guess that could be. I guess that could be a form of that
I
too.
mean, or you know, write their name on it.
Yeah,
That's
true. Yeah,
another.
yeah. So you got to have both ends of the spectrum. You got to have the lovey-dovey crap, and
The
go
other
fuck yourself. Okay. Have you ever done it? Have you ever customized a gift after you've bought it?
Not really. I just buy a gift
Fair
and
enough.
then sort of wrap it up and
Have you ever
then
received a gift that's been customized after purchase?
customizable. I, I don't actually. I can't actually remember, to be honest.
Fair enough. I have.
Like, I don't
It
know.
sits on my kind of bookshelf display unit thing. I don't really know the best way to describe it. So, yeah, it's very nice.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's a nice little way to obviously you can get personalized gifts like made by various companies that you just Google.
Yeah.
Um,
True.
but I feel like doing it yourself. It's a bit like birthday cards, really, isn't it? If you think about it,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
write happy
Yeah.
birthday in
Right.
it and then write their
Yeah.
name
That's
and
good.
write from your name and just sign it. So I guess that kind of counts.
Yeah. I'll probably just go not moronic for the sake of it, to be honest.
Yeah. I quite like the thought of it. But yeah, never done it myself, but probably will fairly
Fair
soon, I'd
enough.
imagine. Or at some point in my life, I'm sure.
Oh,
Anyway, the next one is noodles.
sorry. What was it?
Noodles.
Noodles.
Yes. The thing that you get in your classic
Oh,
Chinese
yeah.
takeaway. I'm
I
not
know
talking
there was
pool. I'm not talking pool noodles here.
Oh, not
Purely,
the fucking pool
purely
noodles.
the thing you get with your Chinese takeaway on a Saturday night.
Hmm. What do you prefer, noodles or rice?
Rice. Rice.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'd go
Personally,
noodles.
I know I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I'm not the biggest fan of Chinese food. I much prefer an Indian. Like if it's a choice between an Indian and a Chinese, I'm going for an Indian. So I kind of prefer rice to noodles.
And
But if someone does
I
if someone does me like a stir fry and it's got noodles in it, I'm not gonna complain. I just prefer rice over noodles.
stir fry's pretty good. Chinese stir
Yeah.
fry.
Fair, the Chinese
Noodles,
stir fry is good,
yeah.
but I feel like there's more options when it comes to an Indian.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Do you have a curry? Like different
Yes.
curries?
Yes, I love a good curry. I'm not going to say my
That's
curry
fine.
order because I know someone's going to slate it. It's not a korma for anyone wondering, because I know someone's going to put it in the comments saying, "Oh, Zach just gets a korma because he's a little bitch." No, I don't eat a korma. Kormas are boring.
Have
Even
you
then, a
seen,
korma is an English curry.
Yeah.
It was developed in India. In India? No, it wasn't developed in India. It was developed in I think it was Birmingham. That was korma, or was that masala? One second, lads. Where? Right, where was the korma invented? Apparently, no, that's a comma, not a korma. Why the fuck would I
Comma.
want? Why the fuck?
When was the comma invented?
Yeah, where was the comma invented, lads? That's definitely what I want to know. For anyone
next
wondering,
person-
it was
Yeah.
3rd century BC, from what I can tell.
No, that's when the coma was invented.
Ah, fucking, I don't know.
I was gonna
So,
say.
oh
the
no,
the
never
have been
mind.
that.
The korma is actually from India. Fair enough.
Oh right,
Fair enough. Oh yeah, it must be the masalas from Birmingham then.
fair enough.
One sec. No, it was Glasgow. It was Glasgow, the tikka masala.
Oh, all right.
You know, Glasgow at one point was the murder capital of the UK.
Really?
Yeah, it
I always
was.
thought that'd be London.
No, not. I don't think Glasgow is it anymore though. I think it fell off. What curry was invented in Birmingham then? I know there was one.
There's a curry invented in Birmingham. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Wonder what curry that was.
I'm about to look it up. Birmingham. There we go. Oh, it was the Balti. The Balti was invented in
Fair
curry.
enough.
In the 1950s, apparently.
Hmm. Okay, that's
So,
interesting.
anyway, back to not Indian food, but Chinese food, with noodles.
The noodles. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean they are pretty nice.
Yep.
Also, have you seen like some Asian food? It's mainly Korean food. They serve like live, like tiny shrimp. It literally moves about in the bowl, and you're like supposed to eat it.
This is just a PSA to the whole world. I don't care what country, what culture. I don't care. You don't eat something that's alive. You just don't.
It's like live tiny shrimp.
Nah, you don't do it.
they take
You don't
that
eat
and
stuff that's
serve.
alive. It's just stupid. It's like squid. Why the fuck would I want to eat live squid?
Oh,
That's
they
just
do
torturing
that.
a poor animal.
Squid, octopus.
I mean, mate, squids and octopus are
They're
aliens, but I'm
weird,
not getting in.
yeah.
Dan, squids and octopus are aliens, and I'm not getting that into this podcast. I'll get into that at a later date, I'm sure. Back to noodles.
The noodles, yeah.
I'd say not moronic. They're quite good with a stir fry.
It's not a radical food choice. It's not squid or shrimp or frog
No,
legs.
exactly. It's not fucking weird. So yeah,
Yeah, I'll
I'm gonna
probably
go not
go.
moronic.
Yeah, not moronic. Probably gonna have a fun house of not moronic.
Yeah,
today.
could do.
Um,
I don't know.
doesn't always.
I don't know, Dan. The last one on the moronic or not section for episode 25.
Yeah.
No, 26. Fucking hell.
26.
Is reaction channels.
See, they're interesting because
Now, the question is, Dan, do we do one? Do we do a react? Do we do more on reacts?
the thing is, I feel like with reaction channels, you react to the content, but
Wait, what?
I
You
feel
react
like
to content on reaction channels? When the fuck did that happen? I must have
but I
missed
feel
that.
like you've got to do something with it. You've got to make like comedy out of it, or have like
True.
You know what I mean? A pretty good reaction or spark a bit of debate from that substance, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. There's some people that just laugh at it. I don't
Yeah.
really add anything to it.
Or they just sit in silence and let the video play out to get
Mm.
the ad revenue.
But it's like, I mean, you've got if you're listening to an online debate, if you're the reaction channel, you've kind of got to interject your own views,
Yeah.
and make your own point or whatever, and build up a bit of an argument.
Mm.
I think that's really the whole purpose of it.
Yeah.
That's if you're reacting to something political.
Mm.
It'll be different for most channels.
Yeah. So do we start one? Do we do more on React?
See if it could work.
You know what? Viewers, let us know in the comments down below, or if you're on Spotify, let us know on Instagram. We want to know if we can start more on Reacts.
More reacts. I mean, that would be interesting.
It would certainly be interesting. Okay then. So what are we saying? Moronic or not?
See,
I'm gonna be honest.
It's
I'm going
interesting.
moronic. I'm going moronic.
Really, it's interesting because sometimes it works, sometimes
It depends on the
doesn't.
person, but I feel like as a whole thing, I feel like as like a broad thing, I don't think they're good.
If done right, it can work, but I feel like most of the time it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So
are you going moronic?
It's a hard one. I'm going to be real. It's a very hard one. Yeah, I'm going to have to go moronic.
Okay then. So, in that case, we will do the wrap up for the moronic or not section for this episode. We've got morning walks, not moronic. Glasses cases, not moronic. Customizing a gift after its purchase, not moronic. Noodles, not moronic. Reaction channels, moronic. To break the streak.
We always normally have one moronic, don't we?
Easily.
There's always something that breaks the chain of not moronics.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But to stay on the moronic theme.
Yes.
This is a very moronic question from one of our viewers, actually. Would you rather have forks for legs or spoons for arms?
Forks for legs or spoons for...
Bear in mind, they would be anatomically correct. They would be the correct size for your arm.
Oh, that's weird.
And for your leg, obviously. But you wouldn't be able to bend them like you do an elbow. It would just be a straight metal thing, like either a spoon or a fork.
How would you walk, though?
See, I've thought about this. You would probably bend the prongs forward so you've got some sort of feet. I'd imagine.
It's quite difficult, but I mean, if you could sort of master it, then I guess after some time you'll probably get used to it.
Exactly, and also, I quite like having opposable thumbs. So obviously, if your hand is a spoon, what can you do for a living?
Exactly, it's kind
you can make a giant soup with your hands. That's about it.
I mean, I'd rather have no legs than no arms because, I mean, even if you're in a wheelchair, I think that there's more to do.
You can still function in society more than you can with no arms.
Oh, have you heard about the table tennis player that plays table tennis with his mouth?
Yes, I've actually seen clips of this guy. He's actually insanely good.
He puts the racket in his mouth and he's like, he has no arms and he's like a world champion.
Now, Dan, the question is, Dan, can he beat Set 2 PE?
Probably. Have you seen Set 2 PE?
I mean, yeah. I mean, easily. Yeah. He could easily swamp us all.
No one Set 2 PE seriously. We just stole the other balls and played table tennis with 6 different balls.
Dude, we played around the world and the teachers didn't give a damn. You really think they care? Like,
or what the Set 2 people would do when they hit the ball, they would just whack it across.
Oh yeah, they would launch it to the other side of the hall.
Or what you'll try and do when me and you play each other, you try and whack the ball at my face.
Yeah, that's half the fun. One. Nah, the best way to do it, Dan, is fear pong.
Right.
Basically, if whoever concedes the shot has to take,
Oh, with that.
whoever loses the game, depending on how you want to play it, has a ball pelted at their back from the other player. So you got to lift your shirt up from the back, and then the other player gets to whack the ball at them using their racket, and see who gets the least amount of bruises, I guess.
Yeah, that's
But anyway,
know about that. That's a bit of a dumb idea.
yeah, it is a really dumb idea. We do not condone this behaviour. The Moron Hour do not condone this behaviour, but we have done it in the past and it is quite fun. Anyway, but what would you rather
I
do?
don't know what's
Forks for legs or spoons for hands?
Forks for legs.
Same. Just because, what are you going to do with spoons for hands? Or arms? Spoons for arms. You're going to make a giant curry? You're going to make a giant soup?
Make a giant Indian.
I guess, would you still be able to feel pain in them, do you think? So, like, if I heated up the spoon arm to, I don't know, cook some, I don't know, soup on it or
Probably
something.
not, because there's no nerves running there.
You know what? No, let's say you can still feel it.
That's... Yeah.
Like, you can still feel everything.
If you've got nerves, then you can probably feel pain, but...
Yeah. It's a bit of a weird question, that. So to the viewer, to the viewer who asked that, you're a bit of a weirdo. I'm gonna be honest. Very random question, but yeah, I'm gonna go for forks for legs.
Odd one. Yeah, same. I'd rather have that.
Yeah. So you know what, viewers, if you guys want to send us random stuff to talk about, please do it. You never know, you might get featured as you've clearly seen. Thank you to that viewer for asking that question. You're a bit of a weirdo for it, but fair enough.
Yeah. You know, you spoke about fear pong.
Yes.
What would you rather do, fear pong or wing roulette again?
Do you want to explain what wing roulette is, just for the viewers?
Wing roulette is Nando, like a selection of 10 chicken wings, and in the Nando's sort of heat scale, it ranges from like, what was it? It's extra mild.
No. It goes plain. It goes plain.
It's plain.
Plain, mild, medium, hot, extra hot.
And extra. So they give you 10 wings.
Yep.
There's 5 sort of scales on the heat thing.
Yep. So that's 2 of each kind for you maths geniuses at home.
Exactly. There's 2 of each kind.
Yep.
And it's completely random what flavour you get.
And there's no way to tell visually either.
And I remember when you got the extra hot wing.
Yeah, that was not a fun time, is what I can say. So, how many years ago would that have been, do you reckon?
What year were we in? Year 10?
8?
No, I don't think it was as far back as year 8. Sure.
I think it wasn't year 10. I think maybe it was year 9.
Year 9 sounds a bit, yeah.
Year 9 sounds about right.
I think year 9 sounds reasonable, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
But I remember that, and I remember your voice,
that was not fun.
Breaking and then going to the tap, drinking.
Yeah, that was fun. So for viewers, for context, we got wing roulette one time. Me, Dan, Jake, and Rob. If you guys don't know who Jake and Rob are, we're not exactly shocked, but go listen to some of the earlier episodes. I think they stopped.
We're not exactly sure who they are either.
No, to be honest, not anymore. They've decided to fall into the ether. But so basically we all went to Nando's, got some food, took it back to one of our houses, and we started the wing roulette. So I ate one, Dan ate one, Jake ate one, Rob ate one. Actually, no, Jake and Rob were too pussy. They pussied out, didn't they?
I think I had one. I got mild.
Yeah, you and me had one. You got mild. Actually, no, you got mild the first time round. I got plain the first time round, and then I got extra hot, and then you didn't have another one.
No, I think I stopped after the extra one.
Yeah, you did the intelligent thing and stopped. I didn't.
At least I had one.
But to be honest, I think it was a good experience. Like, I would never do it again.
I mean, we
It
only
was
had about 3 out of 10 wins.
yeah. We had 3 out. I mean, the others didn't go to waste. Bear in mind, we did. One of our parents, I think, ate him, right? Something like
Well, I
that.
mean, there's a 1 in 7 shot of having the other extra hot one.
Yeah, exactly.
So, statistically, I mean, why not?
Yeah. Statistically, that was actually the best shot you've got at not getting it. Anyway.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was not fun, but yeah, it was very funny.
Yeah, moving on.
Okay.
I do have a topic.
Wait, real
Do you
quick.
remember?
What was your original question?
Huh?
What was your original question? Would you rather do wing roulette again or
I was
something
wing
else?
roulette again, or that fear pong
Beer
we were
pong.
talking about. Yeah,
Ooh. What would I rather
pretty
do
sure
though?
I asked that.
What would I rather? That's actually tough, you know. What would I rather do? You know what?
I don't know.
It depends who I'm playing fear pong against. Because if I'm playing it against Jake or
True.
Rob, I'm doing that one because I know I win, and I'm just gonna get to
I mean, let's say
pelt them.
there's 4 people. So you'll have about 2 or 3 chicken wings,
Okay.
and there's about what, a 20% chance of you getting, or about a 20% chance of you getting an extra hot
Okay.
wing.
So who am I versing in fear pong?
Me, Jake, and Rob.
Ooh. Is it
I,
individually?
yeah, probably fear pong, because I don't think Jake and Rob are very
No.
hard.
I think I would absolutely ruin Jake and Rob at fear pong. So I'm gonna go for that one.
Yeah, well, I'll probably do that. I think that's
Easily.
a more
Easily go for that
reliable.
one.
Yeah,
So yeah, fear pong easily.
yeah,
Are you going fear pong as well?
yep, 100%.
Oh, yeah, good. But you know what? While we're on the topic of this, would you rather do fear pong or needle nerf darts?
Oh, what? Neil,
So,
what?
so, so, it both are fear pong, but
Yeah.
one of them you get pelted at the back by the ping pong ball,
Right.
or you get a needle nerf dart shot at your back.
Oh, they're
Bear in mind
middle.
the needle is not long; it's just a thumbtack, so it's not going to go that deep. It's not going to harm you. But what would you rather do? Needle
Probably
nerf
prefer the
darts
ping
or
pong
or
ball.
fear
Probably
pong?
the ping pong ball.
That
Thumbtacks
is
are gonna
valid.
hurt.
That is valid. But you're versing me, Jake, and Rob. Now, which one you taking?
I'll still say the ping pong balls,
Really?
just to be on the safe side. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah,
Thumbtacks
that's valid.
hurt.
That's valid. For anyone wondering, we do not condone needle nerf darts either.
No,
We've never done it,
not,
nor will we ever do it because it's fucking stupid.
not unless you're drunk.
No, even then, don't do it. Especially don't do it if you're drunk.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
The views of Dan do not represent those of the rest of the Moron Owl.
Only represent 50%. Well, yeah.
So yeah, no, do not do needle nerf darts. Not a good idea. One of my friends had it wasn't good. He had a bruise on him for quite a while.
Darling.
Yeah, wasn't fun. But
Yeah. Awesome. Moving on though.
yeah,
Paper. You remember you used to be obsessed with paper boats, right?
I did indeed. I can still make the paper boats for anyone wondering. You know what? While you're talking about this, Dan, I am gonna make a paper boat while you're talking about this, just because I can.
Really?
Yes, I am.
Actually,
Mate.
about paper boats, I shall tell you about the smallest paper boat in the world
Go
that
for it.
Genius has made. So, the smallest paper boat in the world. Have a guess of the length of this paper boat.
2 millimeters. I
No,
doubt that's even possible.
much
but-
smaller.
What?
It's 30 micrometers.
Okay. I've got an issue with this. Was it made by a person or by a machine?
It's so first of all, 30 micrometers is the third of the thickness of a human hair,
Right.
and it's using 3D printers and electron
Right.
microscopes.
So technically,
made
not made by
by,
a person.
They were made by a group of physicists.
Right. Do you know the smallest man-made one
yeah.
though?
I mean that is technically man-made, but they
Properly
did.
man-made, made
They,
by a human hand.
I don't know the smallest man-made one, but that's sort of the smallest artificial one,
Interesting.
ish, kind of.
I mean, it's still a paper
Um,
boat at the end of the day. Let's be honest.
if you float
But
on water, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but you
no,
can float
definitely
on
not,
water.
mate. I doubt you could be able to see it anyway because it's bloody tiny.
Yeah,
So
but that's
let's
the
be honest, you
smallest.
really can't see that.
That's the smallest paper boat. And
Wow.
also, have you ever made a paper bird?
Um, define paper bird.
Uh,
Because I've
If it
made
looks like
paper
a bird,
aeroplanes that look like paper birds.
or kind of, if it looks like a bird, then it's close enough.
Fair enough.
Um, so yeah, this woman from Colchester, England, Evelyn
Right.
Chia,
Right.
if that's the right pronunciation,
Probably
she
not.
folded 1,000 origami paper crane birds in 9.5 hours without any break.
Congratulations, you have reached the no life trophy.
She did that for 9.5 hours straight without any breaks. She just folded paper.
Yeah, you know what I said about the no life trophy. Yeah, it goes to
Yeah,
her. It
pretty
goes to
much.
her.
I mean, you can respect the dedication, but
I mean, yeah, I rate it. Honestly, I do really rate it. But at the
I
same
mean, nine and a
time,
half
you've just wasted 9.5 hours of your life making little paper swans that you're
folded
most
paper
likely going to
boats.
throw
Yeah,
out. Um,
yeah.
so not the wisest of things. Not economically, not eco-friendly, might I add. Card up in the corner for anyone that wants to go check out that episode of ours. Card up in
Oh
the
yeah,
corner.
that one.
If you're on YouTube, anyway. If you're on Spotify, scroll down. There's probably one there on our page.
Mm,
But
yeah.
wow, that's actually quite cool. Although 9.5 hours, I would not waste 9.5 hours of my life doing this. Although if you add up all the time I've spent building paper boats, that actually might add up to 9.5 hours. So you know what, fair enough to her.
Well, 9.5 hours. You can probably watch about 2 Lord of the Rings movies in that time.
I think it's 3, and you'll have like 2 and you'll have like 2 minutes spare. Could be wrong about that. Any Lord of the Rings
How long are those
enthusiasts want to
movies?
comment down below.
How long is Lord of the Rings? That's meant to be like 4 hours or something.
Do you want me? Do you want me to check? I've got them right here.
I'm actually gonna Google it.
Wait, is it? Are we just talking Lord of the Rings, or are we talking The Hobbit?
Oh, she's just all of. I've actually seen a website that says all of them in one go.
Okay, go on then. Read them out.
So the longest one.
Yep.
I think it's the third movie. It's 3 hours and 20.
What's it called? What's it called? I'll tell you the order.
Return of the King. That's the third one.
That's technically the third one, but it's also technically the 6th. It's like Star Wars. It came out in reverse order.
Oh yeah, Hobbit then. I got
so it's technically number 6 in the timeline, but 3 in the watchable thing.
3 hours, not 4.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely.
I think you can get through the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy in 9 hours, in 9.5 hours. I think.
Have you
Could be wrong.
Have you ever seen a 3-hour film?
I've seen Avengers Endgame. I'm planning on watching Avatar: The Way of the Water pretty soon. And I have watched all of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit films. So they're all like 2.5, 3 hours each.
I think the longest one I've seen was The Godfather.
Yeah, but you've also got the attention span of an ant. So I
watched it the whole way through. I really enjoyed it.
Did you pause it?
No.
Oh, fair enough to you.
I watched the whole entire thing of The Godfather.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And viewers, just so you're aware, I have now finished my little paper boat.
Oh, cool. Make sure the viewers see it.
They will not see my little paper boat.
Yeah, the longest movie I've seen is 3 hours, which
fair enough.
I never really watched many 3-hour films. I don't know. I'm always.
I mean, Oppenheimer was 3 hours.
I don't really watch Chris Nolan films. The only one I've seen is and liked is Inception.
Oh, Inception's a beautiful film. It's so good. I want to see Interstellar, but it's not bloody on anything, and I'm not paying 15 quid to buy it or rent it off Amazon Prime. I
Yeah,
refuse. So I've just decided, you know what? If and when it becomes free, I will do it on that instead. So yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's fair enough.
But Dan, I would like to know
Yeah.
what you are currently wearing.
Boy, could you see?
No, fuck no.
I mean, if you can believe it, trousers instead
That's
of
fucking
shorts.
insane. Because guess what, mate?
Don't have any shorts.
Back in the 16th century in Italy, the fashion
Yeah.
police were a real thing.
Were they?
Yes. Basically, what they would do is they were essentially policemen or policeman woman, depending on who they were, but most likely men at the time. That would essentially walk around the streets and squares of cities in Italy as arbiters of the level of clothes that was deemed to be appropriate. The law, it was actually illegal to wear certain things, and the laws were called sumptuary laws, for anyone interested, which basically restricted the use of certain materials along with expensive decoration such as embroidery with gold and silver thread. It also included stuff like, jewellery and ostentatious mode of transport. So basically, you can't go over the top with what you're currently wearing.
Is this a Catholic group?
Protestant group? No idea. It just says 16th century Italy. I didn't look that much into it. No, but the thing is, right? It's not just Italy that didn't have these laws, or that did have these laws. They actually spread all across Europe, with England being included. So the obsession with legislating against costly clothes spread across Europe during the Middle Ages, and in England, James VI abolished sumptuary laws in 1604. But the question I have to you, Dan, is what modern piece of clothing do you think should be illegal? If the fashion police were a thing today, what would be a crime?
Cumbrellas.
Yep, that's true. Cumbrellas would definitely be there.
That's definitely up there. Ripped jeans, that's another one.
Ripped jeans, yeah. Purposefully ripped jeans, might I add.
Yeah.
For some reason, cost more than regular jeans. Someone fucking explain that. It costs more for less material. How's that fucking work?
Anything Gucci, I guess.
Yeah, anything, honestly, anything over the 200, actually no, anything over the £150 mark, you are spending far too much on clothes.
Agreed, yeah. There are.
Unless it's a pair of shoes.
Crazy people, yeah.
Unless it's a pair of shoes, you don't need to spend that much money on clothes. You just don't. Unless it's like a suit, or you're getting something tailored, then fair enough. If you walk into fucking Gucci or wherever other these shitty large brands are now.
Yeah.
And anything over £150, you're a moron. Not the good kind. Genuinely, just go to Primark. Their stuff is better. It's better quality,
how much
significantly cheaper.
How much does the average, clothes cost in Gucci?
In Gucci, God knows, I've never been in there, nor will I.
Let's see if I can actually get a Google result. Average price of Gucci clothes.
Fair enough.
Have a guess.
I'm going to guess 250 Great British Pounds.
Great British Pounds. Let's Google. What is the price level of Gucci? Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck, mate.
This is a Gucci bag. These are bags, right?
Is it when you say a bag, do you mean like handbag or do you mean like a rucksack?
Like a handbag.
Right.
$500 to $5,000.
Holy! Hold on. Go back. $5,000.
Up to.
Bro, go to Primark. You'll get one for 20 quid, if that.
It's in dollars, so what's that in pounds? Like, just.
Dan, I'll tell you what it is. It's stupid amounts of money that you don't need to spend on a fucking handbag.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at around 400 to 4,000 pounds.
Jesus Christ!
Roughly. I think the pounds to dollars is like 80% of $1.
Yeah, it's 1 point. It's 1 for 1.2 at the moment. I think That could have
Oh yeah,
changed since we recorded this, but as of recording, I believe it's 1.2 or 1 to 1.2.
yeah. It was something
Something
like
along those
that. I
lines.
don't know. There was a big thing about it, wasn't there?
Yeah.
At some point.
But
I don't really pay
like
attention to that.
anything else that you think should be a fashion crime?
Um, I think that's the sort of it. Oh, wearing the baseball caps backwards. That's another one there.
That's a
Okay.
yeah. Unless you're trying to
Yeah, that.
protect your neck from sunburn, even then
Yeah.
you can apply suntan lotion. Um, but yeah, don't do it. Um, I think another thing should be short shorts.
Oh yeah.
And when I say short shorts, I mean borderline no short, as in it just covers your pelvis and that's it. If
Mm.
you wear them, you're a wrong 'un. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I did.
don't need
I
to do
did just
that.
the conversion rate.
Yep.
Um, it did go down. I think the last time I checked, it was about $1 for 82 pence. So the value of the pound has gone down
Yep. Shock.
79p now.
Oof.
The
Uh,
country's in ruin.
oh yeah. But anyway, not to get too political, but the fashion thing, I also feel like
Hmm.
um stupidly expensive and over the top, like you know what? Actually, kind of going back to 16th century Italy with over the top pieces of clothing.
Oh yeah.
So like what they've said is essentially uh it's they restrict the use of certain materials with and expensive decorations such as embroidery with
Mm.
gold and silver thread. Honestly, you don't need to look that. You don't need that in your clothes. You just need to. It needs to cover your body. Realistically, is the best way to describe it.
I need to send you something.
Oh God.
So what I'm about to send you, bearing in mind costs okay, this costs £2,000,
Oh Jesus Christ.
and
So
it
not a good value for money, is what you're telling me.
and it's a jacket. I'm gonna
Oh
send you it.
fuck. If it's anything over
And
150 quid, bro, I don't want to see it.
um, no, mate. This is
It's just gonna look horse shit, isn't it?
yeah. Oh,
Oh God.
you ready?
Yep. Send it over.
Here it is.
Oh God. This is gonna go very badly.
Have
Okay.
you seen it?
I am loading up the web page now. 1 second, viewers. I will get back to you.
Make sure that the viewers can see as well, because
I'm
this is
sorry.
this is
I'm
truly
sorry. You fucking
two
what?
grand. Two
That
grand.
that shit is 2 grand. You're taking the piss, bro. That is. I'm trying to hide. I'm trying to hide something to get onto a plane jacket,
Makes you look wider, much wider.
bro. That makes you look like you're trying to hide a bomb going through airport security.
Make
That's what
sure the
that jacket
viewers.
looks like.
Yeah. I mean, this is just brilliant. Yeah, 2 grand.
I mean, to be honest, I guarantee you there's going to be one person in the comments being like, oh, these Zach and Dan have no fashion sense at all. I really like my £7,000 Gucci t-shirt that's just white with a logo on it. Yeah. And also, I guarantee you, actually, no, I really don't. I hope nobody in the viewers know what this monstrosity looks like because
Oh yeah, sure.
Jesus Christ. I hope
Yep.
viewers, for your sake, you don't own this financially and honestly. If you own that, I think you might have a neuro disease.
Oh, do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of those crazy like art people. You know, they would just draw like a load of like squares or just scribble up on a page and then sell it for thousands.
Yeah,
It reminds me of
mate. Ever since one person got rejected from art school back in the 1930s, uh, or back in the 1920s or whenever it was, all because one painter got rejected from art school. Now everyone's an
yeah.
artist. Um, but
I,
yeah,
I remember. I
not to
remember
get into that.
there was something I saw a while ago. A guy who was rejected from art school, so he just scribbled on a page, gave it to an art gallery, and said to how much would this be worth? And they said it's like $1,500 or something.
Modern art is dumb. I'm gonna say it
It makes no sense. I
because it's
mean,
just shapes, mate. Do you know what it is? It's shapes and colours. That's literally all it is.
it literally is just that, and then they assign some sort of meaning to it,
And then
which
they just no. Do you know what? Oh, I don't know where I've seen this, but someone put a banana on and duct taped it to a
yeah,
wall, and it went for millions.
I
So I
remember
can
this.
make that right now for about £2.
Yeah,
You got to do is buy a
I
banana and
remember
some duct
seeing
tape,
this.
stick it to a
Yeah,
fucking wall, and then oh look at that, that's worth 6 million or however much it went for. No,
then
how
you
much
get
did
all
that go
the
for? I need to
yeah.
find out now.
Then you get all the
Um,
English and art teachers trying to make meaning of that.
yeah. Right, banana duct tape art. Um,
I can't wait to see how much.
so this went
This
for
what?
um.
I
Oh
hope
no,
it's
it was a
not.
comedian. It was a comedian's sketch, I think.
Oh, was it a sketch?
No, it wasn't a sketch, but it was a real art piece, but a comedian made it.
Fair enough.
It went for $120,000
That's still a piss take.
for a banana taped to a wall. Dan,
So-
I don't actually think anyone in the viewers understands what this is. It's a banana duct taped to a wall, and it went for
yeah,
£120,000.
it's.
That's a down payment on a house. Maybe not nowadays, but still.
Oh,
Jesus.
do you know what it reminds me of? When you're reading books in English class, and then one of the sentences would be like the curtains were red, and then the English teacher would go on a 10-minute like explanation saying how like meaningful it was
Oh yeah,
or
the
something
Kurt.
like
Oh, what was it like? Shirley. What was it?
that.
Curly's wife is wearing red because she's a whore. It's like no, she's wearing red because the author chose it was fucking red.
Yeah, I know they
Oh, I don't know where I saw this,
all that anything.
but an author did an interview about a new book that came out, and it was with like an English teacher in like a massive forum, and one of the teachers actually like asked and said, "Oh, what is the meaning of the vase in this particular chapter?" And the guy just goes, "Oh, my nan had a really nice vase, so I just decided to include it in the book." And you can see the teacher's face just sink, and she just goes, "Oh," and then walks off. It's like,
It's
well,
just
what else did you expect?
reference.
Do you expect him to say, "Oh, it actually represents the fragility of the guy's manhood," and I don't fucking know whatever English teachers rattle
Sometimes
on
people
about.
just put references in for things they like in
Yeah,
their own media.
yeah. Maybe they just, you know what? Maybe Curly's wife just looked like the author's mum.
Yeah,
Maybe I
you
don't know.
never know. But yeah, I
For
sort of see
anyone
the
reading
point.
of Mice and Men right now, by the way, Lenny dies. He gets shot in the head. Um,
Oh, the kids used to put what was it? Spoilers on the front cover. Put post
yeah. Post-it note. Spoiler: he dies.
and then it's like then he dies.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the point of that?
Bro, it's so funny.
They always used to do that. They always used to write like spoilers.
Oh yeah. But you know what, Dan?
Hmm.
What is a small add-on like that you could add on to yourself to improve your life very, very minorly?
A small add-on.
Yeah. So like, your nails can't grow beyond a certain point, for instance.
Um, that's a tough one.
So like, it has to
Um,
be very minor. It won't inconvenience any. It will only fix like a minor convenience.
a minor convenience. Ooh, wow.
So it can't be something like, um,
Oh, I think I've got one. I've got one.
like I have infinite money because that's not just a minor add-on. That's like a massive thing,
I've got to take medication every morning.
right?
Um, I would prefer if the medication automatically, like, inserted itself into my body without me taking it.
Fair enough. Any
That's very
particular way of
random.
insertion or
Um, fuck knows. I don't know.
rectally?
No, not that. I don't know.
um, See, I actually don't know. I feel like I'd not want my hair to grow beyond a certain point. Like it will go to a
Mm.
certain length and then just stop.
Yeah. I mean, that would help. Yeah.
Like it's not like a massive thing, but it is just a minor
Save money and
convenience. It would just
yeah.
like you wouldn't have to get your hair cut as often. Like you wouldn't have to worry about it
Mm.
overgrowing. I don't know. Like
Yeah, that's fair
just something
enough.
very minor, just to improve your life.
Yeah.
What could be some other good ones?
I don't know. That's a very hard
Yeah.
question.
I was
Considering it has
asked
to
it
be
by a
very
friend the other day.
fine.
Um,
Yes, that's a very good question. I think the one with like fingernails, toenails, not
yeah,
surpassing a certain. No,
yeah.
that's
I feel like
maybe.
maybe your phone would never uh dip below 1%. Actually, no, that's quite overpowered. Actually,
Or like your teeth would never erode or
no,
go
that's
like
quite
a certain
overpowered.
colour.
I feel that's quite overpowered
You know, I don't
for this
know.
question. Um,
Mm. Yes.
a good one. Never be able to sit uncomfortably. It's like you can sit on
That's
any surface and it'll be somewhat comfortable.
we said moronic to wooden chairs.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Um,
That's very much true.
so what could be some other ones? Maybe you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm,
That's
it's
yeah,
food for
like
thought, definitely.
yeah,
You know what, viewers? Let us
yeah.
know what minor add-on to your life would be most beneficial to you,
Mm.
and it can't be like, oh, I teleport to work so I never have to get the train. Can't be anything like that
Yeah.
because that's overpowered. Uh,
Mm.
just something very very small that would
Yeah.
minorly improve it. Like I don't know, your keyboard would never get dusty.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
You'd never, I don't know.
Never fail
Um,
a math exam. That's one
no,
for
no, no,
sure.
that's quite overpowered. Um, or like
Overpowered, you
you'd
mean great
never,
life?
or for instance, you'd never need to wipe your nose with a tissue,
Fair enough. Yeah. Um.
or I don't know.
Oh, did you hear about the girl that just started sneezing one day and then just perpetually sneezed,
No,
just constantly?
no.
No, and it's like a medical anomaly. Like all the doctors were unsure about it. They just started sneezing and couldn't stop sneezing.
Surely that would put you in a not
Yeah.
great state for your breathing. Surely,
No.
because I
No.
sneeze 3 times and I'm out of it.
No. Like it happens in large like goes, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
okay.
Then
So
it gets
it's
to a
not just
point when
constant. It's like little bursts.
yeah.
Weird.
Yes, interesting.
What's her
Um,
name? Do we know?
no, I just saw it on YouTube.
Can we find that
Just
out?
briefly.
Can we find that out?
Yeah.
Oh right. So Dan, I've got a name. It is
Yep.
Caitlin Thornley.
Oh,
She in Texas in 2015. She was 12 years old, and she
yeah.
had been sneezing incessantly for over a month, and doctors had no idea why.
Oh,
She sneezes about 20 times per minute, and sometimes a dozen in
wow.
as many seconds, adding
I
up to
think
about 12,000 sneezes a day.
it occurs in her sleep as well.
Um, oh, it is likely she was suffering from a facial spasm, but they're still unclue. They're still unaware of what caused the chronic and painful symptom. Strange.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah, that is
weird.
strange. Yeah.
I mean, that must be really annoying for the family because they're either constantly having to say bless you or constantly having to buy new tissues. So must be a bloody pain on them. But you know what? I think, on that note, I think it's time to end. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, you can go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more like this, you can, of course, subscribe. And we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.